What's up, everybody? We are back, this time in Orlando. Yes, this was a week after my Miami dives, if you saw those. I actually did not hang out in Florida in the interim time. I came back to the Midwest and then went back to Orlando. Perhaps kind of silly, but that's just the way I did things when I was planning the trips, so that's that. Anyway, here we are. I went to Orlando to see my friend, to go to Disney World with her. I had to think if it was land or world. I always get those mixed up. It's World in Florida, land in Anaheim. That's correct. And then we went to MegaCon on Saturday. So, fun weekend. Had a good time. But the first day I got there, she was actually at MegaCon getting her picture taken with Christopher Lloyd and going to a Back to the Future fireside chat kind of thing. So I had some time to kill, and I didn't want to sit in the hotel room, so I found this park. As you can see at the bottom here, this is the Kissimmee Lakefront Park, and I do apologize to all the Floridians if I'm mispronouncing that. It looks like Kissimmee to me, but it may not be correct, so please correct me in the comments if you so desire. So this was the front and center placard, if you want to call it that. I'm not going to read it to you. Feel free to pause the video, read it on your own, or you could have read it 5 times with me talking already. Basically, it says the white man came and forced the Indians off their land in 1837. And this lake had a lot to do with that. There was a war fought here. It was a holdout from the it was a holdout area from the Seminoles, occupied by the Seminoles. And anyway, you can read that. I'm probably not going to do much talking during the rest of the videos because really good ambiance sound. You know, just the environment, the birds, the water, all that. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking, I hope, because I want you guys to hear it. But so let's move on. Let's move into it. Actually, my battery died here. Well, camera froze up. I got battery problems. So moving on. I was very tempted to hop on the other side of that caution tape, but yeah, I did not. I was very surprised at the rabbits hopping around here. I've just never really seen those at a swamp before, lake. Too close. Okay, so this bird, man, twice these birds, you can kind of see it sitting on the boat. If you look, you see that bird sitting on the boat, kind of center screen. They were screaming, or this one was screaming, and then one later was screaming, but I couldn't, they wouldn't scream for the camera. I was sitting here waiting for him to scream, and he just wouldn't do it. Very stubborn. Alright, here we are at another sign. Kind of the same stuff on the first one. Definitely some overlap anyway. Big lake, 19,000 acres, wow. Yeah, I was really hoping to see a gator. I did not see a gator. I don't think there are any gators in that lake. At least not by the park. There's probably tons of them when you get down to the less populated areas, but I unfortunately did not see a gator. Presumably that lighthouse held some function at some point. Alright, so that last segment was just a preview. I caught him on the tail end of all his screaming. I missed it again. They just would not scream for me when I was rolling. Yeah, I think some letters are rubbed off this sign. All gators and snakes in area. Doesn't make sense. Not sure what that was really supposed to say. I think I saw one with full lettering later. Found the roosting tree. This is clearly the hot spot to sleep at night. Somebody coming in. A little crash landing there. All right, another picture. Man, I gotta complain a second about how slowly Audacity is running while I'm playing these videos. I really thought this new computer would help with that, and it has to an extent. Well, it certainly has. I'm watching a 4K video and recording sound at the same time, which was not even possible on my other laptop. But the reason for that, which I almost, kind of recently discovered, I'm using Fedora Linux, and I have that on my laptop too. And like over Christmas, I discovered that I'm not getting any hardware support for decoding these videos with the GPU. I don't know why. I've tried. I actually made some progress on my laptop, but it's still definitely not happening on this desktop, this new computer I built. I don't know. I think it's more than that. I think the graphics driver in general just isn't doing that well. I've got a big monitor, and I've got another monitor turned vertical 90 degrees. I think that just is kind of messing with it. I don't know. I hate to say it, but I might have to put some Linux on here because I think I'm going to get a lot better performance, or maybe I need to just install a NVIDIA proprietary driver. I think I'm using a open source one, but anyway, I'm sitting here looking at Audacity and looking at these videos, and it's just like slow motion train, and I know that the audio lags the video, and that's frustrating because I was hoping when I built this new box that kind of stuff would go away. So far, no, but I think it's a software problem, not a hardware problem. But anyway, here we go. We got some animals here that I didn't see. I didn't see any armadillos, no river otters, no raccoons, no possums, no gators. Yeah. John, you do eventually hope to have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, is that right? No, I'm playing. It was a great lake. Lots of birds. Saw lots of birds. You could hear lots of birds. Saw some lake rabbits, which I don't think I've ever seen before. And yeah, it was great. It was great. And I think I'm running low on videos. Let me check my playlist real quick. Yeah, looks like I got a picture after this. What's the next picture? Click, click. Ah, yes, the plants. I'll pause that real quick just to take a quick look at this. Invasive species. Well, like I said, I'm not going to read that to you guys. Here's some invasive plants, it looks like. So if you see these, I guess you're supposed to rip them up and rip them out of the ground and throw them with prejudice down the storm drain. I don't know. But anyway, that's Lake Kissimmee. After this, it started getting dark, and GoPro does not do well in the dark. So I actually hung out at the lake for quite a bit longer than this. But yeah, it was great. Beautiful lake. If you guys are ever in the Orlando area, I highly recommend it. There's other parks that are kind of dotted up and down the shores. You move further south. This was, as far as I know, the most popular one. And I was kind of coming this direction. It would have been a much longer Uber ride to get to some of the others, and it was already getting late in the day, so I decided to come to this one. Not disappointed. It was awesome. I highly recommend it. But this was Thursday, and Friday was Disney Day. That's coming up next. So if you're interested in seeing my Disney adventures, hang on for what's next.